I'm also pleased to take a call in support of this bill and acknowledge my friend and colleague, Honourable Lua Winnie Laban, for her excellent work in gaining support for this bill, checking it out with lots of important people and informed people outside, talking to us as colleagues, and then bringing it to the House in this way. And that's an excellent model, Winnie, for doing this work. So thank you for that. There are several reasons why I strongly support this bill. And I urge even those who have already made up their mind to think just a little bit more, because many of the problems that the members of the government are raising is really precisely what select committees are for. There's no pretense that this bill has got it absolutely right. No bill ever does. And a passage through select committee does, and with the help of officials and others and other submitters, really strengthens it and brings it back. And that's where it should go. But the fundamental problem that has been identified by this bill actually remains. Now, why is it that the people in the know have actually supported Honourable Winnie Laban bringing this bill this far? And they are saying there is a problem and it ought to be resolved. And this is a wonderful process for doing this. So I urge you to think through a little bit more and send it to select committee. There are several reasons why I support this, and really one is it really puts the interests of families right at the centre, Mr. Speaker, and actually says more to them in some of the clauses and some of the rights that the bill has introduced. Says more to them about getting involved and really engaging in the needs of the families and whānau where mental health is concerned. Because we know from any amount of work that's been done with families that collective is the most powerful force there is to enable all its members to do well and to be the best that they can be. And consequently, the same applies when mental health issues arise for family members. The best intervention often comes from family members, and in any case they are required to support this. So this bill sets about strengthening the ability of families to have information, to participate, and to be the best that they can be. And I think it is inconsistent, Mr. Speaker, that we do still have some clauses in our bills, and the primary act that this one refers to does so as well. It actually frustrates some families from participating. It certainly puts a lot of power and authority in the hands of the practitioners, the psychiatrists, and the psychologists. And that ought to be balanced out as well. They haven't always got it right, as I will soon demonstrate. And that power that's in the hand of the practitioners ought to be balanced by some of the rights that families do also have to ask questions, to receive information, and to be there for their families requiring mental health patients. And this is also a time when a family and family members are most vulnerable. This is when mental health issues emerge. And this is when, again, you need families more than ever before. And I think what this bill does is really finds quite a nice balance at a number of levels, both in terms of the expertise of psychiatrists, the needs of family members, and of others. And I think it's for those reasons it ought to be supported. Mr. Speaker, perhaps the most powerful evidence that I can find for supporting what this bill is trying to do is what the 2007 report of the Confidential Forum for Former Inpatients of Psychiatric Hospitals reported. And some members may recall this was chaired by the present Governor-General. And many family members presented at the private forums. And it's what they said that was most important. And I think these are the risks that we even now need to prevent. And clearly, a select committee should look at these things again, this bill again, from this perspective. I just want to quote from what family members told the confidential forum. Now you recall, this is about their family members who had been in psychiatric hospitals, had been there for a long time.
I regret to advise the member that his time has expired.